Now, not all stories have to be long and detailed. There's another way in which you can use it, and that's a way to use props, visuals. And here's a top producer who has this picture of an Acapulco cliff diver, and this guy dives 150 feet off a cliff right down into the water. And I saw that and I wondered, what in the world does he use this picture for? And he says he uses it all the time when clients are coming in and talking about the ups and downs of the stock market and trying to time the best way to jump in and jump out of the market. And this is how he uses it. He turns to clients and says, you know what? Take a look at that guy. Can I ask you a simple question? When do you think is the best time for the Acapulco cliff diver to jump? And he says, the water's down there, so it's simple to figure out. You got to have some water. And I always respond back to them that this is not when the cliff diver actually jumps, when they see the water. That's not when they jump. You see, when the cliff diver jumps, when they see the rocks, because the water has pulled back, that's when they jump. And then they know that between the time they jump and hit the water's going to come back in. The tide crashes back in, and they have plenty of water to survive the dive. So they have to jump when they see the rocks at the absolute time that they think it's probably the worst. That's the opposite of what most people would want to do. And the same is true in the stock market. You shouldn't market time. But if you really have to market time, you shouldn't be jumping in when the tide is in. You need to jump in when the tide is out and it's starting to come back in. Then you can risk the jump. The question is, if the water's going in or out, you want to jump when the water's out. You can use a simple illustration like that.